Oh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, yeah. And she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. No more phone me blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she ain't next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might become an addict. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it now, I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back one sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, and you know what's next, stay. You been rockin' with it all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a five-star, baby. Packing out the seat, this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. Oh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys didn't think I was going to pop up there. I was a little late to hitting the button. What do we got? What is this? What is this? Got a little fuzzy on the hat. But what is going on, Mafia? Welcome back to another amazing live stream here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Guys, Bitcoin has gotten another push to the upside. Shout out to anybody who saw the market update yesterday where we were looking for a very specific signal on the charts to potentially call for that move to the upside. Was leaning a little neutral yesterday as I think there was a pretty good argument for a push to the downside or even a little pop to the upside. Again, we did see that bearish divergence looking to form on the 4-hour, 2-hour, which in order to print needed to give us that higher high, which we have then gotten, and now we are potentially starting to print some bearish confirmations here on the chart. Can we make it to 70K from where we're at right now, or are we more likely to see that pullback first? That's what I want to talk about on tonight's live stream. So shout out to the Mafia. Smash that like button if you guys have not already. Every 100 likes we get will give you guys some extra chances to win some free crypto. I think we might have hit a like goal today. I'm not 100% sure what we're giving away. I think we have some hats and some Cardano to give away a little later tonight. So shout out to everybody in here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. We got Tyler Jordan, Rob the Crypto Stop, Crypto Billy, Crypto Anon. We got the mods in the chat, guys. Wish Rob a happy birthday. As you guys know, it is his birthday once again. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Let's see, giveaways, baby. Shout out to Ahmed. What is going on, bro? We got Curtis Neal in the chat. Said smash that like button, baby. Let's go. Hey, I forget who said it, but somebody said they smashed it so hard it was coming after them for child support. So, hey, I can promise you guys, no child support is going to be coming in. So smash that like button. It's child support free. But anyway, it's a G-rated stream, guys. But shout out to Donnie. What is going on? Said I need one of those hats. Shout out to Donnie. If you guys want to check out the hats and you want to just buy one instead of trying to get one for free, you can check out FrankieCandlesTrading.com. We do have them available for sale for a pretty good price, for a very good price. We get those as low as possible for you guys, and we do have many different colors. You guys can check them out or just smash that like button, and hopefully we can give away some on tonight's live stream. So shout out to K Diggity, what is going on? Shout out to the goats out there. Shout out to K Diggity. Phoebe says hi. We got Silver in the chat. What is going on, Silver? He says sure. Sure. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. We got Jack of Clubs in the chat. What is going on? Let's see who else. We got Jay Walker says smash that like button. What is going on, bro? We got Dave Hagan said happy Friday, Frankie Candles. Did Mrs. Candles enjoy her birthday shenanigans? Yes, she did, guys. It was Mrs. Candles' birthday yesterday. And I know everyone's thinking like ring, ring, ring. But I did get her something for the hand. But it wasn't a ring. It wasn't a ring. But shout out to Mrs. Candles. Let's see. Let's see, bada boom. Shout out to Borpato. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. We got Al Jr. As always, good to see you. Goldavelli, did you get married, bro? I think I saw something in the Discord about you getting married. I think that is true. If the rumor is true, congratulations, bro. I wish you a lifelong marriage, bro. Shout out to you, man. Congratulations. We got Zen in the chat. Caffeinated Crypto. Shout out to Caffeinated Crypto, guys. We got the good old black coffee here in the Ember mug, guys. This mug keeps your coffee hot. It's actually an electronic mug, which is very interesting. And it keeps your coffee piping hot. Nice and fresh, baby. Let's go. But, guys, we got a lot to look at on the charts today. Are we going to get that rip to 70K, or are we looking for that pullback? Let's go ahead and cover what we're looking at here on the charts. Let me actually just hide some of this premium stuff. I just updated the premium 2 seconds ago. But let's go ahead and jump on into those charts, guys. Smash that like button if you have not already, and let's go ahead and jump on into it. Let's go. Hey, shout out to Crypto Pollo. What is going on? Shout out to Crypto Pollo. What is going on, bro? Shout out to the farm animals out there. Says cluck cluck. I made it home to be with the fam and WTF big time. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. We can try to take a look at big time today. No problem. Shout out to Mr. ETC. Says dang, fine cup of coffee. Let's go. And it is coffee, guys. It's not coffee. It's coffee. It's coffee. But yeah, shout out to you, man. We got BTC goalie in the chat trying to defend those bulls and smash Bitcoin right back down. But let's go ahead and jump on in, guys, and see what we got going on here on Bitcoin. Now, as you guys know, as we were looking at on the charts yesterday, obviously was not live, but dropped that market update. I told you guys I wasn't going to leave you in the dark. Had to drop that Mrs. Candles birthday update for you guys. But as you know, guys, our major context in the market right now is our larger volume profile, if Frankie Candles can find it here. As you guys know, this is our overall range. We've been in here for 7 months. I think you guys are familiar with this. But as you know, that POC, was our key level of support. And yesterday, Obviously, we did take that scalp short here on Bitcoin with the CandleMafia in the premium Discord. Obviously, that did wind up stopping me out. Actually, took a couple scalp shorts here. But, this is the key level here. POC at $67,000. And in the grand scheme of this volume profile, as we were looking at on the market update yesterday, get above that value area low. Look to start your journey up to that POC. And then once you flip that POC, the next likely place for price to go is that $70,000 zone where we have that value area high sitting. But the real question, guys, is are we going to yeet up there right now, continue this creep up to those higher prices, or are we going to get that cool off first? Now, as you guys know, yesterday, as we were in the short position up here in the premium, in the market update, I was talking about the possibility of actually getting some support here and coming up to make a higher high, not based off green candles, right? Based off of some very specific things we were seeing on the chart, and it really did come in here at that 2-hour time frame where we saw price looking to come up here and give us this trigger wave on Market Cipher B. I'll just pull up bar replay mode real quick here, just to kind of show you guys what it looked like. As we were coming down to that POC, this level was important for a couple reasons, right? Number one, it was the key level that if we wanted to see that short continue to play out, we needed to lose this and get stuck underneath it. However, as we talked about in yesterday's market update, as we were looking at this 2-hour time frame, it did look the way Market Cipher B was set up here to potentially put in a bearish divergence. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Frankie, why are you looking for a move up if we're getting a bearish divergence? If you're new here and you don't know how this stuff works, let me explain it really quickly. When we are trying to front run those bearish divergences, looking for that lower high on our momentum wave, sure, this would be a bearish confirmation, but we need price to look like that first before it is actually bearish. So if you could front run these moves, what do we need to get that bearish divergence to come in? Very simply put, guys, we need that higher high on price action. And this is exactly what we were looking at on yesterday's market update based off this Market Cipher B signal. And what happens? We get that green dot on the 2-hour and we wind up getting the push up and we break that structure to the upside to put in that higher high. And now we have that bearish divergence on the 2-hour starting to print. We have those lower highs on our momentum waves with the higher highs on our price action. And we're not only getting this on the 2-hour, guys, we are also getting this on the 4-hour time frame. Now, is this going to give us a pullback? And if it does, how low can we go before we look for that move up to 70K? And is there even a chance of creeping up to 70K without seeing this play out in a bigger way? And to be quite honest with you guys, my sentiment kind of remains the same as yesterday. Like I said, we did take that short position. I have it right here. It is still marked off on the chart from the premium. We took it. Wound up paying us out just a little bit. Now, I would have taken profits on this if it wasn't Mrs. Candle's birthday. Paid a little extra bit of a birthday tax on that stop loss getting hit. But we actually did get that to play out just a little bit. I was up, almost $1,000 here. But again, I just had my stop loss set. And in that market update, talking about, hey, if we get stopped out of the short, which is definitely a possibility based off that bearish divergence potentially printing here on the medium hourly time frames, that would call for that higher high to come in. We knew that was an opportunity to come up and stop us out. And I was just simply sitting here in my longs and this one short position saying, hey, if we get stuck under the POC and we get it to play out to a bigger in a bigger way, great, that short will pay us out. However, if we get that bear div to try to set up and we get that higher high, I will simply stop out of that short position for a small loss, not getting wrecked, liquidated, right? Getting stopped out for that small loss. And then we will let those longs continue to pay us out, right? And obviously, I am still holding my long, right? Portion of my long, not much of it, a small portion of my long here from 59K is still being held here. So that was kind of my thought process was, hey, if we wind up getting stopped out of the short, we'll take a small loss. But obviously, that long has been paying us out absolutely massively. So when you have these large gains here, especially on the more recent swing trades we've taken here in the premium, nice short, nice long, nice short, huge long. These nice little short positions, you can get stopped out of a bunch of these before it even gets close into eating into your profit from those prior trades. So very simply put, we got stopped out of that short position. No big deal. You can't win them all, but those longs continue to pay us out. Now, the question, guys, is are we going to get the pullback here? Now, I will say we are seeing some bearish confirmations here locally, which could give us that pullback. Again, 4-hour bearish divergence. Here's the thing, guys. There is still, just like we were a little suspicious, we didn't know how much this short was going to play out. We knew there was a possibility of coming up, kind of a similar situation. We're seeing bearish confirmations, but we also have a lot of liquidity still sitting between where we are now and that $70,000 value area high. And we're going to take a look at the heat maps in just a second to take a look at that. We are seeing those bearish confirmations. Now, obviously, we're holding above the POC, so the next stop would likely be that value area high, especially with that liquidity sitting above. But if we're going to jump into the lower time frames in just a second, but let me go ahead and pull up, let me see if I can pull up these heat maps for you guys real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and log in. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay, so as we see here, guys, obviously we did get that nice, where are we here? What is this? This is, so we did get that nice little pullback. And then, we did have this liquidity. We looked at this in the market update yesterday saying, hey, guys, we do have that liquidity still sitting up here. So it could make for another, actually, let me change the granularity on this just a little bit. Pull that up a little bit, make it a little bit easier to understand. There we go, right? So we wind up coming up, right? And then we knew we had that liquidity sitting above. We come up, we take some of this liquidity, and we do still have some of that liquidity, guys, sitting above, coming up to about 69,380. And actually, if I change this granularity a little bit more or a little bit less, you guys can see we actually do have some liquidity, right? Hotspot sitting right here, ending at about 69.4, right? So that liquidity, if we do get a spike through there, 69.4 is where that kind of cools off. But really, that liquidity does technically come up to about $70,400. And if we pull up that chart here, right, 70,400 is basically that value area high of the range. So the question is, are we going to come sweep the rest of that liquidity for that push into 70,400, or are we going to get the cool off first? Because we have swept a significant amount of liquidity here. And again, we have the 4-hour bearish divergence. We also have a potential red dot looking to print here on the daily. And that is why this kind of sentiment of this live stream via the thumbnail and the title is, can we hit 70K? Now, again, as you guys know, looking at Lux Algo, right? We know, let me get rid of the, we know with this bullish change of character, looking for the higher low and the breaker structure to the upside, and we did get that, right? This was another reason why we were kind of leaning a little bit more bullish, right? Or being a little more greedy with the longs from 59K, and a little bit more conservative with the shorts, getting stopped out for those small losses on the shorts, as I just showed. Oh, did I delete it? I think I deleted it. But you guys just saw it, right? Stopped out of that short here, right? Conservative with the shorts and greedy with the longs based off this market structure shift. And on top of that, guys, we did have a lot of other signals. The fact that we were above that POC, we held it as support, still looking up towards that 70K level. And the real answer to the question here, guys, is we don't know if we're going to, sweep the rest of that liquidity into 70K, or if we're going to come down from here. Now, I will say the local signals based off the 4-hour bear div, the 2-hour bear div, the 3-hour bear div, which is also sitting here. Let me pull it back up. Bada boom. Right, so you're getting that 3-hour bear div is actually starting to print here as well in all of its glory. Now, could this bring us down? I do think there's an argument to be had that we could get a little bit of a cool off. But again, as our sentiment has been all week, definitely looking at the shorts as scalps. Very tightly managing the risk here on those shorts, right? Just like the one I showed you I got stopped out of. Very small loss, being greedy with the longs. So I do think there's an option, right, or a situation where we could come down a little bit, and we're going to talk about where I will be looking for price to go if we do get the bigger pullback over the weekend. Remember, if we see this 4-hour bear div start to play out, and we really start to come down here a little bit, as price comes down on the 4-hour, you have to understand that daily red dot may start to print, right? Because that VWAP is coming down. And once you get that daily red dot, it could start a little bit of a bigger correction here. Now, again, not super bearish, right? Not calling for zero just yet. But, just looking as of right now, based off the change of character on the daily, as we've been looking at on Lux Algo, there are some very specific levels of support down here that we've been looking at for that to potentially come in. And even some local levels that we don't come all the way down here that I'm going to be looking at. So that is kind of the overall context. Very simply put, value area low, we stay above it. You look to go to the POC. We have now flipped that POC, so the value area high is definitely in play here with potential scalp positions open here for the little local pullback. Now, if we pull up the local context, hide that main range, and take a look at that $67,000 range that we looked at last night, as you guys know, same thing. Get above the value area low, hold it as support. You look to go to the POC and then the value area high, which I do want to point out, guys, we did front run this value area high very slightly. And sometimes, more often than not, if you front run a value area high like this, assuming that it is pulled accurately, right, and your levels are pulled from the right candles, which again is a little bit more of an art than a science. I hate saying that when it comes to trading. Typically, trading is a binary thing, hard information, but the way I pull these ranges are somewhat of an art. It just comes from years of looking at the chart and understanding where I want to see that volume. But we front run that value area high, and I think last night I even said sometimes you do like to actually come up and tap that value area high physically, and here we are, right? 4-hour bear div prints, we get the higher high, and now we are finally interacting with this level. So in the grand scheme of things, 70K is still on the table. I don't know, unfortunately, if we're just going to keep shooting up here, and that is a possibility because we do have that liquidity running into 70,400 in the grand scheme of that larger range. Obviously, that's just what we looked at, or what we just looked at. But looking locally, we are hitting some local resistance with some bearish confirmations here. Now, I'm not telling you to short Bitcoin right now. This is not a trade signal, but if that bear div prints on the 4-hour and we get stuck under this value area high, key level of resistance to get stuck under at this point is $68,545. Get stuck under this level. We can then potentially anticipate this local POC at 67,320 to come in. So that's kind of how I'm going to be handling things if we get the pullback. Get stuck under this key level of resistance, look to come back down to the POC, because based off the laws of the volume profile, lose the value area high, next likely place for price to go is going to be that POC. And then if we lose that POC, Creighton C, is Creighton C in the chat? Dave Digital's here. I know someone in the chat knows where that next stop is going to be. I hope all of you know where that next stop would likely be. But it could be that value area low. Now, I'm not necessarily looking at that just yet, but I will show you there is some confluence here. If we start pulling some levels here, these are the levels that I would recommend you put on your chart if you're here for key levels. If we pull from this low here before we get this bigger move up, and we pull from the low to the high, this swing low at 62,000 up to the actual high that we just made, you do see that this golden pocket retracement does come in beautiful confluence, with our value area low. We'll make it blue for support, right? So if we were to see, again, treating the shorts as scalps until proven otherwise. Hey, shout out to Santos. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Says, great work. Thanks, Frankie. Hey, shout out to Santos. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for saying that. I will keep it up for you, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you so much. Smash that like button for Santos. I appreciate you so much, bro. But yeah, here we go. Let's continue with the great work. Let's go. But here we are, right? If we do wind up getting the pullback, I again, not necessarily calling for a massive move, at least yet. We have to look at this in terms of a scalp position. POC would be a big level to look for bounces, or maybe, potential, holds of support. Start losing the POC, then we can, in the grand scheme of things, look for things to potentially work their way down to the value area low. Now, we do still have some local levels here, right? If we pull a local fib here from this low to the high, $377 could be another local level to look at, and these are kind of the levels, guys, right? We don't know if we're going to put in a higher low and continue up. We don't know exactly where that's going to come in, right? We don't know if we're going to get the bounce off the POC. We don't know if we're going to get the bounce off the golden pocket, the 786, or the value area low. But the way I like to look at things, and the way you want to look at things when it comes to trading, is confluence. You want multiple things lining up at the same level, and when we have the value area low and the golden pocket confluent here, this does look like the stronger level to me. So that is the context locally. Very, very nice, right? Not forgetting the higher time frame context, but, we're at key resistance, right, locally. 4-hour bear div, get stuck under this level, POC, lose the POC, start your journey down to the value area low if we see the bearish case play out. If we don't see that happen, again, if I take a short up here, which may or may not be doing, but if we take the short up here, it's going to be low risk, right? Meaning, if we get the bounce, right, and we just kind of wiggle around here and then blast off to take the liquidity into 70,400, which is, again, don't forget, the macro value area high, right? If we're just going to come in, sweep that liquidity up into the higher level, it will just be a small loss. It might be 2 losses in a row, but they are absolutely tiny. I can't stress this enough, guys. Small losses, big wins is how you remain profitable. You don't just want to YOLO short here with no stop loss, hoping that this is definitely going to come down. But the signals are there. 4-hour bear div, 2-hour bear div, 3-hour bear div with the daily red dot. You want to think of this as, hey, on the lower time frame or medium time frame, which is the 4-hour, if that 4-hour bear div gives us a move down, which they typically do, and it starts to play out, you're looking for that red dot on the daily. If that prints, that could be like the assistance. You want to think of it as like that higher time frame wave. 4-hour starts to come down, and then that daily comes in the tsunami and just kind of crushes down on top of that, continuing and assisting that continuation down. Now, not only do we have the local confluence of this golden pocket value area low on this local range, right? But if we pull up the macro range as well, you can see that we also have the 786 underneath that golden pocket coming in right on that anchored VWAP. These are the same levels I looked at yesterday on the market update. So this whole zone is going to be key, in my opinion, to hold if we come down. If we come down to these levels, if we come down to these levels, and we are able to get bullish confirmations, if we're lucky enough to get the bigger move down and we come into these levels with bullish confirmations, I will be looking for big longs. If we don't come up to the value area high now and we get the cool off first, I will be looking for longs here, assuming we get the confirmations, not just longing the random level, but assuming we get a reason to actually enter here. I will be looking for a big long into that $70,400 value area high. Maybe we see this play out. But again, can we just shoot up from here? Nothing's impossible, but I would really, really like a bigger pullback here. But if we don't, again, just like yesterday, we'll just take that small loss, and the longs will continue to pay us out. But I do just want to point out, golden pocket value area low in the local context, as well as that major anchored VWAP sitting right in that same zone right here. This zone is sitting between 64,700, or 64,739 and 63,400. Now, not only do you have that, but you also, if we pull up this, these are, again, same. These are the levels that we were looking at yesterday. I just kind of redrew them, but I'll actually delete these so I could pull up this yesterday on the market update. Not only do you have the golden pocket 786, but that 786 and anchored VWAP is also confluent with the POC. And the golden pocket and this local value area low is confluent with this value area high. So again, it is all about confluence. Where do you have the stronger levels? And in my opinion, especially if you get the bigger pullback, you got two nice levels here. Value area high, golden pocket. Underneath that, anchored VWAP 786 POC, another confluent level. So these are the confluent levels. It doesn't mean that you can't just, randomly see the shorts get liquidated and we squeeze to the higher prices. But if we get the pullback, these are the levels I am looking at for sure. These are the strong levels. These are the confluent levels. And I'll be honest, you even have a little daily level down here as well. If you slip that 786 slightly, you do actually have that daily level down here as well. So are we going to get that pullback? It's very hard to call confidently, but with a 4-hour bear div, the only thing that is a little suspicious, right? The one thing that I would really like to see for that 4-hour bear div to kind of give us a bigger move down is the money flow coming out. And we really don't have that. Money flow is a little bit chopped up right now, so it's not the cleanest signal, which again is why we're just being very careful with the shorts here. It's okay to take losses in trading, guys. If you want to be a trader, you are going to take losses. It is a part of the game. It is a part of the business. No business comes without expenses, right? If you have a clothing line, right, you got to buy the inventory. Sometimes that inventory doesn't sell. You're going to have to take a loss on that, right? But as long as you're selling more clothes than you have leftover inventory that you can't sell, at least you could probably donate that to charity. Trading is like basically a zero-sum game, so you can't do that. But, as long as you are winning, not even winning more than you're losing, but as long as you're winning bigger than you're losing, that is the key. So, with the chopped up money flow here, definitely being cautious with the shorts. Don't mind taking small losses if we get into that bigger key level. Because right now, the bigger key levels down below, in my opinion, are, again, going to be sitting right here, right? And then the bigger resistances, other than this local resistance, is going to be sitting up here. So, again, scalps until proven otherwise, right? Maybe we get the bounce there. Scalps, get the bigger move. Looking down here for big boy longs, as long as we get the confirmations. And then if we squeeze up to higher prices, this is still going to be the key level. And shout out to anybody who saw the market update yesterday, because it just goes to show. You have to look at the new information coming on into the chart. We do not just see bearish confirmations and short down to zero if we don't have multiple things pointing in that direction. We absolutely have to take that new information into account. In this case, it was the trigger wave on the 2-hour. Looking for that push to the upside. Shout out to the premium Discord. Let me see here. Yeah, we talked about this in the market update, but the Discord was looking out for this already. Looking for that push up potential to the value area high, just to show that we are looking for this stuff. Hey, if we get that bear div to form, we have to get that higher high. And here we are, sitting with that higher high, able to predict this price action based off the analysis. Not because I'm magic, not because I'm the best, but because of the analysis we teach for free here every single weekday at 5:45. Shout out to Crypto Facts Report. Shout out to you, bro. Said, good evening from South Florida. Well, good evening from the ATL, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. Welcome in. I appreciate that super chat so much, bro. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well down there in Florida. Might have to move down to Florida, guys. It's getting chilly out here in the ATL, to be honest with you. I'm from New York, so, Atlanta's hot. Atlanta's hot compared to New York, but I'll be honest, guys. I like the heat, man. I like the heat. It gets a little chilly down here, and I'm like, yeah, this is too cold. New York was too cold. Now, I just spent so much time in New York in the freezing cold. I just got sick of it. Snow is nice during Christmas time. You get a white Christmas. It's beautiful. But I'm happy with just enjoying pictures of snow at this point. I've dug myself out of I've dug my cars out of the snow enough times at 6 a.m. with snow falling into the inside of my shirt that I don't need snow anymore. Shout out to Gene Lee, said Frankie, you're the GOAT. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. And shout out to the GOATs out there. Hey, and another $3 super sticker. Thank you, Crypto Faxport. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you so much. Screamer. I hardly know her. Shout out to Wick589, bro. Oh, God. Keep it G-rated, baby. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Max. He said, you have the best magic, Frankie. Shout out to Crypto Max. I appreciate you, bro. But yeah, and listen, guys, like, I took a loss yesterday, right? Like, and again, small loss, right? Small stop out, right? And again, I deleted the position here, but small stop loss there, right? You're not going to win them all, and it is nice to at least be able to be like, hey, guys, like, I love the fact that I warned in the market update about this. Like, hey, guys, like, I would love for this to keep pulling us down, but there is an argument to be made that we could put in that bear div, which would call for the higher high, and we just get it, right? TA is magic. It is not astrology for crypto bros. It's not going to work out 100% of the time, but, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. We're here live every single day. It doesn't always play out. And to be honest, even when we expect those moves up, we could still take stabs at the shorts, right? Like I was short here, right? We were short right here, knowing that there was a possibility, looking to come down maybe to that anchored VWAP, knowing that there was a possibility of getting stopped out. We still take the trade, right? Because we don't know. Maybe you wake up and you're like, oh my God, that TA didn't play out, right? We didn't get if we didn't get the big move up, we would have been like, hey, cool, we didn't get that bear div to print, and we cashed out. But we knew that was a possibility, so we tightened up the risk on this. Small stop out, longs continue to play, right, from 59K. Shout out to the premium Discord. But there you go, guys. That's what we're looking at. These are the key levels, and this is kind of what I'm looking at. Is that 4-hour bear div going to be able to bring us down, or are we going to squeeze to the upside? Again, I do not know. Nobody does, but I just tell you how I actually handle this stuff. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Dwayne. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. He says, do for show, finally in the kitchen. Shout out to you, bro. I don't know if I'm misreading that. Am I shot? What does that say? Shout out to you, bro, but I appreciate you. Welcome to the kitchen, bro. Well, hey, you're getting the sauce, bro. You're getting the sauce. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Let's see. Captain Kirk in the chat. Welcome in, Captain. Good to see you. Or should I call you Sarge? Shout out to Cap. Let's see. Who says October is done? Let's go. Yeah, shout out to $5 crypto. Again, overall, even if we get the bigger cool off, guys, right, and we do come down into those lower levels, we all know where they are now. We just talked about them. I would still potentially anticipate a continuation up here. As long as we are in this larger volume profile, again, I think I said in the market update yesterday, I wouldn't really be getting too worried about Bitcoin, right, until we start, coming down, getting accepted back into this lower volume profile, which again is in the context of the larger inside the larger profile. But we use these other value areas to try to figure out context, right? Like we come down, sure, you're below the macro POC, get the bigger move down. But if we're going to put in a higher low on the daily and continue up, it could happen here, right? Just because we lose the POC doesn't mean you're not going to get back above it. But if you start losing the 786, the POC, the anchored VWAP, this confluent level down here, we lose the daily. That's where we probably would start looking down towards about 60,400 to come back down to the macro value area low, which hopefully we don't have to do, guys. Hopefully we don't have to do that. But I will say, I wouldn't really be worried about that bigger move down until we start losing the POC and the daily here at 62.8. Other than that, this could be a big level, right, to just simply come in and continue that move to the upside if we don't get it from here. So there you go. That is how I'm handling things, guys. Potential scalps from up here. I'm not telling you to short Bitcoin. You got to get the signals. You got to have a reason to enter. But that's what I'm looking at for the pullback and exactly how I'm going to be playing things if we get the move down. And then, small stop out if we just get the yeet up. You don't always have to know exactly what price is going to do, guys. If you manage the risk, right, it's absolutely key. It's not the sexy things that people want to hear that will make you money, right? It's like no one wants to say, I don't know, right? But here, you'll hear it from me first. I don't know if we're going to come grab that liquidity. It's there. The liquidity is there. Are we going to come grab that? Maybe, right? We see this oftentimes, right? Like we have liquidity up here, you scoop it. Right? But what happens? We had all this liquidity up here still resting. You get a little pullback, but eventually you come up to sweep that extra liquidity. So are we going to come down a little bit and then sweep that liquidity? I don't know. But the way I play it is looking at the shorts in the context of scalps, protecting my losses or protecting my capital with small losses and then holding portions of the longs to continue to pay us out. You don't always have to know. You just have to know how to manage the risks. You can play both sides of the market, right? If we pump, I make money. If we dump, I'll make money if we take the short up here, which again, not going to disclose. But anyway, let's see. Shout out to Kevin. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, we got a lot of super chats tonight. I appreciate you guys. We're having a Friday party on the Frankie Candles live stream. Says, hey, good morning from PH. Waiting for your Suey cover. Hey, let's go. I got to get the acoustic guitar. I can't compare with the original Suey, guys, but I can try to cover it as best as I can. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Kevin. We could take a look at Suey. But, guys, that's really what I'm looking at here on Bitcoin for the most part. We'll see if we can get we'll keep an eye on the price action as we do this live stream. But I do want to take a quick look at Ethereum. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. I think I'm going to free ball the altcoins tonight. We'll take a look at some of the altcoins. Guys, drop some altcoins in the chat. Rob, let's do like 3 altcoins. Spam your altcoins in the chat. Rob will grab 3 of them. We'll pin it to the top of the chat here. And then I will also free ball them. I don't know if we'll get to everything on the list, but there are a few that I want to take a look at. Shout out to Captain Kirk. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, spreading the love. I feel like the super chats are like a chain. But shout out to Captain Kirk. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Says, gotta go to bed, fam. Been up for 24 hours. Love you all. Shout out to Captain Kirk. Get to bed, Captain. We appreciate you so much for tuning in, showing some love here. Hope you're having hope you had a great 24-hour full day, and have a good night's sleep. Shout out to Sergeant Kirk. We appreciate you so much. Let's see. Show Captain Kirk some love in the chat. Axelar. We could take a look at Axelar. Big time, short looking juicy. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Beam. Okay. Bada boom. Not coin. Shout out to Smile Factory. Not. Shout out to Smile Factory. Yeah, we could try to take a look at not. Okay, so let's go. I want to take a quick look at ETH here. We'll keep an eye out here on the Bitcoin price action. Maybe we'll get the dump live. That would be nice. But yeah, we're looking for that 4-hour bear div to print. Let's go ahead and check in on Ethereum, which again, guys, is kind of just doing the same thing that we've been looking at. Let's pull up the context for Ethereum is pretty much the same here. Let me pull it up. Or the key levels, I should say, are the same. We'll pull up the local profile here. Creeping up towards that value area high, or we're at that value area high, rather. And same thing, right? Like everything typically follows Bitcoin here, guys. As we are approaching that value area high, remember when it comes to the volume profiles, you're looking for shorts at the highs, you're looking for longs at the lows, and on deviations below the low. Now, this is not a super guaranteed thing, right? Like, it's obviously plays out more often than it doesn't. And what did we have here last time we deviated above this value area high? We had higher highs on our price action into, very important, into the key level of resistance here, which was the local golden pocket. What happens? We get the cool off, get below that value area high, stuck underneath, back to the POC, and then we didn't get back down to the value area low, which just goes to show, not 100% of the time will you see that full rotation, but I will say, that was plenty of room to make to take a nice short position. But look at that confirmation. You had that 4-hour bearish divergence, right? You had money flow starting to come out here as you got back into the range, got rejected, money flow crossover into the red, you get the bigger move down to the POC. And we are seeing something very similar here with the 4-hour bear div looking to print as we deviate above the volume profile. But listen to this. This is only going to play out. Eventually, this isn't going to play out, right? Eventually, you have to break out. But maybe we get a little bit of a cool-off, very similar to Bitcoin, kind of the same analysis here. Get a little bit of a cool-off, get stuck under the value area high for a little bit more of a move down. Now, one thing I will say, this golden pocket has already put in a rejection on this, right? So maybe we finally break through the golden pocket, but if we get that 4-hour bear div, I think that's probably where you get a little bit of a cool-off. But once we break above that golden pocket, still looking up towards that 786 to 2830, that is your doorway to higher prices, specifically up to about $3,100 to $3,200. Where is your doorway to continue the fill of this entire volume profile up to $3,100 to $3,200? Is that likely to happen off a bearish divergence on the 4-hour? Probably not. But maybe you get a little sideways consolidation. Maybe you get a little pullback. But eventually, once you get up to that 2830 level and flip it to support, that is your doorway, in my opinion, up to this value area high POC. But you got to break out of those local levels first, right? Which we are, again, contextually, locally, we are hitting those resistance levels. Again, pulling up the local, right? We're hitting those resistance levels. Could get the pullback, but eventually, once we get the breakout here, that's the big level to flip to support in order to get the bigger move up. But right now, I'd be watching for that 4-hour bear div, pulling up the daily on Market Cipher here. We got a green dot printing. The mixed signals are out there, guys. The mixed signals are out there. So, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on this. Yeah, this is a little bit weird. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the 16-hour. No, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what the heck? Still mixed signals. 16-hour green dot, but similar to Bitcoin, right? 4-hour bear div printing. If that starts to bring us down, that might be where you start to see that daily red dot print and assist the continuation. Now, where are those levels that we could potentially stick as support and continue up? Well, very simply put, I would hide the May value area for now, or I'm sorry, hide the local value area for now, right? This is the context. Stay above this value area low. We could potentially look, if you get the cool off, this would be your key level of support. In my own humble opinion, $2,500. Come down, hold this as support, right? Because you get above the value area low. As long as you hold this as support, you could look for the next big move up. So if that 4-hour bear div prints and that red dot gives you a push down, this value area low, again at $2,500, is the key level to hold. That could be an area to get a bounce. Do we have confluence there? Well, kind of, right? If you pull this golden pocket from the low to the high, you do have a golden pocket sitting just underneath that. However, if you pull this kind of hyper local volume profile, this is the level, guys. You do have confluence here locally. So I would actually probably look at both of these fibs. And I'll even actually pull this from the actual full low here, right? So maybe if we get the pullback, you start playing around with that value area low. Maybe you wick down here to some of these lower levels. If you get the bullish confirmations, could be the area to bounce. But that is your key level. Just simply put, value area low, especially knowing you have the context with those local golden pockets, could come down, stick it as support, and then maybe that's where you get the bigger move up. Because remember, in the higher time frames, money flow on the daily is in the green, which would make you look for potential pullbacks or lackluster pullbacks to put in a higher low, because if that green money flow wave continues up, you're expecting the trend to continue to the upside. Red and green dots indicate the ebbs and flows in the market, but the money flow indicates the overall trend. Does that make sense? So that red dot might give you an ebb to the downside, but if you get support, money flow would be calling for the overall trend to continue up, right? And I guess even if you were, I don't really typically look at trend lines, but if you were just to kind of pull this trend line, right, you do kind of have some nice support here, right? From the high to the low, right? You got your golden pocket 786 value area low. Like this whole area could be open to have that red dot and 4-hour bear div pull you back to hold and then get you back in the range and then get the bigger move up. And again, that 786 at 28.30 is the doorway to higher prices. I'll even mark this out separately. 28.30. 28.30. 786 doorway to higher prices. Right? So we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but locally, if we pull back, those are the levels to hold. You want to hold the value area low, even if you deviate slightly, look to reclaim, get a move above the door at higher prices. That would kind of be what I would want to see. But right now, just playing those scalps. Playing those scalps. Potential pullback here on ETH with that red dot and 4-hour bear div. But don't get it twisted. Not just calling for zero. Money flow is in the green on the daily. That indicates the trend is likely to continue up. But that trend has to have highs, higher lows, and higher highs, right? You have to have, the price does not just move in a straight line. I wish it did. It would be very easy. Long the green dots, short the red dots, right? But that's not how it works. Very, very important to realize. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Tony D for the poll. Says, it's giveaway night. Can we hit 550 likes by the end for more? Yes, because it's Friday. I don't support the like button. Wait. We do giveaways here? Shout out to Tony D. Smash that poll up, guys. Let's see. Shout out to Sunny. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you. It's actually pretty sunny here in the ATL today. Shout out to you, man. He says, I opened a 90x 1 Bitcoin long at 62.7, waiting to take profit at 72K. My liquidation price is 62K. Oh, good Lord. Liquidation price at 62K. Let's check it out. Bada boom, bada bing. Opened at 62.7. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I have to be quite honest here, bro. With the high leverage longs or the high leverage anything, right? Any high leverage trades, it is high risk, right? I guess until you move pretty far away from the liquidation zone, right? So, you said your liquidation was at 62K, right? So that's wrecked for you. And your entry is at 62.7. So, yeah, doesn't give your trade a lot of room to play in the beginning, but now you're pretty far away from that liquidation, right? So you're kind of, I don't want to say you're safe, right? But, I mean, hey, as long as you're taking profits along the way, bro, very, 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 very nice trade. Very nice trade. So yeah, and then yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me personally, right, the way I like to trade, I do not just long and then wait for the final take profit, right? If I were into this long, I would be taking profits along the way, right? Like I mentioned, right, I am long from 59K with the premium Discord here. Bada boom. Whoops, that's not it. We were long from there as well, but long from 59K. But I did not take this long. And I am not just waiting for 72K to take profit, right? I've taken partial profits along the way, making it a guaranteed winning trade, right? At this point, I've taken a lot of this trade out, right? I've taken it in profit. I've taken multiple $1,000s in profit on this trade, still up about $1,800, I believe. So if we do wind up coming out, I'll just wind up getting stopped out for a little bit extra profit, make a few $1,000s on that trade. But I am not just waiting for 72K, because what happens if, I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen, I'm just saying if you do wind up getting some kind of pullback, come down to 62K, you get liquidated, it's going to be so annoying, right? Just saying to yourself, like, oh, my God, I wound up being in so much profit only to see it all disappear. Now, again, I'm not saying that you can't, again, my bias here is, like, somewhat neutral. Any shorts I take up here are pretty low risk, right? I'm, like, willing to get stopped out of those at a small loss. So I hope, for your sake, bro, I hope we come up to 72K. Genuinely hope that. And I'm not saying that we're going down to 62K, definitely. But for me personally, I just like to take profits along the way. So if I were in this, I'd say, hey, why not take some money off the table, especially if you're in a one Bitcoin. I mean, you're in decent profit here. Take some money off the table, move your stop loss into profit. That way, if you do come down, at least you get stopped out for more profit and you can look for a new position rather than risking it all and gambling on that opportunity to potentially stop you out. But hopefully, I mean, we do look pretty strong here. Again, even if we do get the bigger move down, we do still have some nice support here. So, for your sake, I hope, we just maybe play around with that value area low. And then, if we don't come up to 72K right now and we get a bigger pullback, hopefully you could hold through that drawdown, hold support on the value area low, and then come up for that 72K final TP. So hopefully you took partial profits. If not, I mean, pretty good trade. Pretty savage trade there, bro. Congratulations. Out there, crushing the charts, bro. Congrats. I appreciate the super chat. There you go. Making that money, baby. Shout out to Sunny. Let's go. It's a sunny day for Sunny. Let's go. All right, let's see. Shout out to Fran Gonzalez says, how should we add to a good position we have in profit if we want to continue to ride in it? Shout out to Fran. So for me, what I'm looking to do is I want to get into a fresh long, right? But really all you would want to do is look for those strong levels of support where you think a higher low is going to come in and then just add to your position. For me, I want to find a nice, fresh, bigger long position, again, down towards those key levels of support. So again, it's an if this, then that statement, right? So if we come down to that POC and things still look bearish, maybe that 4-hour bear div starts to print, we start to get the bigger pullback, we start to lose that POC. Now the daily red dot is printing. Oh, my God, maybe we're going to continue down. In that case, I would not look for the long, wait for the bigger pullback, wherever, and then the next trap would be the golden pocket that we looked at earlier. Scrub to the beginning of the stream if you missed those levels. I don't want to spend the time to go over them again, but, I would look at my key levels of support. Where am I getting those confirmations where I would want to take a fresh long? Then you could just add to the current position that you're in. But for me, I am probably going to be looking at these levels on the way down. Especially if we come down here, I'll be looking for a big boy long. Again, if we come down here and things look bearish, I won't be looking at that, right? It's not as easy as saying this is the key level. When we come down there, load up a huge long, right? You have to get the confirmations, but that's just how I'm playing it. But hopefully we can get a pullback here. We haven't really gotten a significant pullback just yet. So yeah, we just got a little pullback here. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But that's how I'm playing it, guys. That's how I'm playing it. Yeah, shout out to Sergio, says a small pullback would actually be healthy and help give us more momentum to finally blast through resistance. Yeah, and I do want to talk about the higher time frames as just real quick here, guys. This is let's pull up the daily here, right? Like, this is very important resistance. Remember, we have this large trend line, right? And this kind of puts us in two situations, right? Depending on where you draw this from, right? You could draw this from the weekly bodies, in which case, right, you could draw it like this, in which case we are, breaking above it pretty nicely. But depending on how you draw it, right, you want to draw it to the wicks, however you like to draw your trend lines, this is still a big zone of resistance. But in my opinion, right, like, the liquidity up here from the shorts does give you the opportunity of, like, flushing out those shorts before getting a big pullback potentially. So, this could be a situation where we see everyone gets bullish on the breakout, right? Oh, my God, we're going to 100K, but you're really just flushing out all this short liquidity that we know. We don't think, we know, right? Well, I don't know if you would say Just, these obviously liquidation levels are not guaranteed levels. These are like estimated liquidations. But if we pull up the, pull up the 1-year chart here, obviously we do have those huge liquidations here, sitting above that, all-time high, right? 70 to 74, $6,000. There's a lot of liquidity here. Even if I pull up the 6-month chart, you can see it a little bit better. Tons and tons of liquidity sitting up here, guys. This is, are we just going to, come up and flush out all that liquidity before a big pullback, or are we going to do it now, scare everybody, and then go take all that liquidity? Very, very hard to say. But, this trend line, we'll see what happens. Big resistance. Are we going to get the pullback here? I don't know. But I told you guys how I'm playing it, right? We'll look for the move down. But if we push up to grab that liquidity right now, I am 100% prepared for that outcome, prepared for the longs and the shorts. Maybe we come up and take the liquidity first. Hard to say. But as far as market cipher goes, 4-hour bear div, red dot on the daily, that's what I'm looking at if we're going to get the bigger pullback from here. Lose that POC, look for the move down to about, again, local levels. Look for the move down to about 64.5, where we know that we have all that confluence, right? Not only that, but also these levels here. Very, very confluent levels. I would love that. It's almost too perfect that maybe it doesn't play out, right? Like this, if we get this, it's very rare that the market just gives you exactly what you want. I always say this, and maybe we don't get it. But that's how I'm playing it. I can only show you guys what I'm doing and how I play it to make money here trading Bitcoin, whether the price goes up or down. Gene says, scare everybody. It's going to zero. It's going to zero, guys. Bitcoin is dead. It's going to zero. I'm kidding. Someone's going to clip that and everyone's going to think I'm a super bear. But that's not the case. Shout out to Gene Lee. Scare everybody. Get him out of here. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's continue on here. So we took a look at Ethereum. Let's go ahead. Everybody wants to see. Hang on one sec. Let me get the, let's see here. Okay, so let's take a look at, what is it? Sui. Let's take a quick look at Sui here, guys. As we know, Sui's kind of been on its own time here. And I'll be honest, like we're kind of just, when were we looking at Sui last? When did this happen? This was on the 13th. Yeah, so we covered this price action already. We're just still kind of sticking around under this daily level. My plan or my kind of thoughts on Sui remains very similar. Once you crack back above this all-time high, go into price discovery, this is your next target. It's kind of a big range, but between about 256 and 326 with a nice fib level sitting in here about 287. If we go back out, and we break the all-time high, these are the levels that I would expect to interact with, right? That's the next target to the upside. That remains exactly the same. We've already gotten like a nice little rejection from that all-time high. Let's see that week. Yeah, I mean, you got a nice pullback from that all-time high, but I don't know, guys. Sui is pretty like on its own time here. Like I said, get rid of that old fib level. But I mean, if you lose this tap daily, key levels remain exactly the same. Let me actually get rid of some of these levels, right? So we'll get rid of that. So yeah, if you come back down, value area high sitting here at about $1.79, that would be kind of a decent level to look at. Previous area consolidation comes in right through there. So if you do maybe come back down, right, retest that value area high. I don't know. We'll take a look at market cipher in a second. Start losing that value area high. Look for the move down to the POC value area low. And then maybe you get a bigger move up from there. But if the continuation down happens, this level here at $1.78, that previous value area high, would be kind of what I would look at. Let's pull some fibs here from this significant low. Yeah, so you do have confluence here. I mean, if you do pull back, that would be a level to look at for a bounce, in my opinion. 786 coming in here on this local volume profile, kind of just doing this live. 786 value area low. So these are kind of some levels I would look at to the downside. Value area high, golden pocket, value area low, 786, somewhat confluent there. So maybe you get maybe you get a little bit of a pullback, a little bada boom, a little bada bing, and then maybe a bigger move up. Hard to call here. Looking at market cipher though, let's check the daily. Daily bear div already printed. This is what we were looking at last time. Higher highs on your price action, lower highs on your momentum waves. You actually wound up getting a little bit of a pullback, but people do not want Sui to go down. People are holding Sui up here. So yeah, I mean, Sui's been kind of having a mind of its own here. VWAP coming back up on the daily. Hard to call. 2-day bear div, 3-day red dot confirmed, 4-day red dot printing, 5-day red dot printing, 6-day and weekly. Like, I don't know. I mean, you're not going to continue up forever here, right? Once that weekly red dot prints, this will likely, if you're going to get this, it'll print on Sunday if you are going to get it. So that's something to look at for a bigger pullback. But if you do, those are the levels I'd be looking at. And one more time, value area high golden pocket coming in between about, $1.79 to $1.74. Lose that, I'd be looking to come down to this zone at about $1.64 to $1.62. Simply put. There you go. Money flow coming out here on the 8-hour. Let's see. 4-hour money flow in the red. 10-hour money flow coming out. I mean, huge trigger. Nasty trigger wave here. Money flow coming out, though, on the 12-hour. 16-hour green dot printing. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I don't know. This is a little bit mixed here. This thing does not want to go down. But I would look for the higher time frame confirmations here. 6-day and weekly red dots. Likely to print in the next couple days here. 2 hours, 2 days and 2 hours. So there you go. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. What did you want to say? You wanted to see... let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Big time. All right, let's see. Okay, that's not, I just hit that button with my elbow. Big time. All right, let's see here. Okay, so let's take a look. So here's the thing. On a lot of these altcoins, guys, it is really the 2-day. I've been saying this forever. The 2-day is what is looking good on a lot of these altcoins. But I will say, money flow looks good. But remember, money flow indicates the trend, not necessarily the instant pop to the upside or the instant pop to the downside. So take a look at the daily. You have your daily green dot. What I would be looking for here, let me pull this local volume profile, mark it out, extrapolate the levels. Bada boom. Where are we? Neutral. Value area low sitting here at about 1645. So yeah, okay. So this is interesting. So this is what I'd be looking at on big time, guys. Pretty nice, clear levels here. We are now, I always talk about this. Price is always seeking fair value. You have fair value here, somewhat fair value here. Range. Once you break out of that range, this actually, I'll be honest. Let's see. You get the breakout of that lower range. You get the retest on the value area high and a push back up. This is technical, right? Breakout, you look to come into your previous area value. Once you get the imbalance or the impulse out of your range, you are balance. This is imbalance. Where does price go when you have imbalance? It is going to seek previous areas of balance, which are right here, right? What happens? You get the breakout into your previous area of balance. Value area low is resistance until proven otherwise. Bang your head, and then this is your key level down below. When you break out, sometimes price likes to retest that value area high before continuing up. So I would look at this in terms of these two volume profiles. Very, very clear, right? Breakout, retest, higher high. And with the daily bearish divergence looking to print, you would expect, just like on Bitcoin, how we were able to predict this higher high into the value area high, right? Or the upper value area high as well. But as we were looking at this bear div on the 4-hour, this is the 5-hour, 4-hour bear div, calling for the break of the high here, very similar to that. You could look at this on big time, right? Daily bear div is looking to print. Momentum wave comes up, puts in a lower high. What do we need there? You need a higher high on your price action. So the key levels above that I would look at would be the POC sitting here at 1821, right? If you continue up, because here's the thing. It's a little hard because when you put in these daily bear divs, money flow is coming up on the daily, right? So this would indicate that the trend is likely to continue up, right? So when you look at this, money flows in the green, crossing over into the green. So what do you look for here? Lackluster pullbacks for higher lows and breaks of structure to the upside. So I'd be careful of a break of structure to the upside here once again, based off the money flow crossover into the green, right? And that money flow looks healthy right now with a fresh green dot. So I'd be careful of some pushes back to the upside here. POC sitting at 18 cents. break above that POC, look to come into the 21-cent level. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't catch scalps here. Pulling up the 4-hour time frame. That's the 5-hour. Yeah, 4-hour money flow crossover into the green. So here's the thing, the hard thing for the short here, to be quite honest. This money flow, if this continues up, would call for a continuation. And now that you're playing with this value area low, this is now key support. So if you start holding support here, I would look for the POC and then the value area high if you could flip the POC. So it's not that you can't take shots at shorts here. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. But I would be careful. You do have a 4-hour bearish divergence, but you're also playing with this potential doorway to higher prices, which is the value area low. And with that fresh green dot, I don't know. Like, this is going to confirm in a little while. An hour and 16 minutes to be exact. 90-minute money flow crossover into the green as well. So, again, can you get a cool-off? Potentially. You're looking for the red dot on the 90-minute. Potential 4-hour bear div looking to print. 2-hour looking for the bear div as well. But as far as the 90-minute money flow crossover with the daily green dot printing, this sometimes is what causes the bigger moves up. So even if you get a pullback here, you could look for it, but I would look at it in terms of a scalp position to potentially see the continuation up to these prices based off the 90-minute money flow crossover and that daily green dot printing. Daily green dot gives you the move up, but that with that 90-minute money flow crossover at the same time can sometimes give you the bigger move. I actually just went over this in the premium Discord with the kitchen. Same way that we were able to predict our long here from 59K. One of the reasons, right, it's almost very similar because one of the reasons on the market update last Friday, which you guys can see was posted during this consolidation here, one of the reasons why I was willing to look for a continuation up here, although I was looking for shorts here as well. I took a short here. I mean, you don't have to go back and watch the market update, but in that update, we were short. We got the move down, but in that update, I said, hey, we might not get the bigger correction that we want because that 90-minute money flow is crossing over into the green with that daily green dot printing at the same time. You can see the horizontal line right on that green dot. And with that 90-minute money flow crossover, doesn't mean you can't scalp it to the downside, but based off that 90-minute money flow crossover, you anticipate the continuation to higher prices into the value area, above the low, to the POC, to the high. Some little different, but somewhat of a similar situation. So, again, I scalp shorted that, but we knew that that 90-minute money flow crossover can call for the continuation up in the long term. Same thing here on big time. Very similar. You could get the pullback, but I would look at it in terms of a scalp. If that 90-minute money flow crossover continues, it would likely be a higher low and a continuation into the range to higher prices, especially with the way that daily money flow looks. 2-day, money flow also looking nice. So not that you can't scalp it. Very clear. I want to be very clear about that. You can scalp it to the downside. Could get an SFP of this wick right here. But I would be careful. I'd be looking at that as a scalp as of right now. Pull up your Fibonacci retracements. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, even locally, right, you are now starting to form a little local profile here. So, yeah, I would if I did take a scalp here, I'm not saying I would take a scalp short here, but if I were, I'm not saying I am taking a scalp short here, but if I were to take a scalp here, right, I would look at this not necessarily as a huge move down, but potentially I would be looking for price to come into that value area. Let me turn this blue for support, right? I would be looking for price to potentially come into that value area high golden pocket. Maybe, you could look for that. Excuse me. You have this volume profile below, right? So, again, just like here, you get the breakout and then a pullback into that value area high before a continuation up. Similar situation. Could look for the scalp. Bada boom. Into that value area high, golden pocket 786. Because if you're going to get a higher low and a continuation up, where is that likely to happen? Between the golden pocket 786. That's kind of what I would look at here. So there you go. Short term, maybe you get a pullback, but I would be careful off the higher time frames. Simply put. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Said, I'm already 50% out. Shout out to Crypto Pollo, bro. Profit is good with that. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Pollo. So you're in a great position, bro. Locked in profits. Move your stop loss to break even. Not telling you to do that. That's what I would do. Risk-free trade. Continues down. You get paid. If it's a bigger pullback, great. You get even more paid. But then if you do get the bounce and the continuation up, you stop out in profit, bro. Guaranteed winning trade. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Getting those gains, baby. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Let's get it. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Sinks. Shout out to Whip says, since Big Time is a game utility token, don't you also need to pay attention to what the game is doing? Shout out to Whip. Yeah, you could, right? But for me, I am a technical trader, right? I talk about this almost on every single live stream. When it comes to technicals, oftentimes, and this is kind of like what the game is doing is obviously going to be very important, right? But it's kind of like similar to news. For me, anytime there's bearish news, I do not trade news, right? I trade technical signals, and more often than not, if I'm looking for a big short on something, it is usually just comes magically in line with those news events, right? So if I'm looking for a long on something, I'm usually long off a technical signal, which oftentimes pops up way before the news comes out. And I'm not saying that the news doesn't affect the price, but when you look at technicals, it's like if I were to, let's just say, for example, I were looking to long a bullish divergence right here on the 4 hour, right? I see a bull div, right? Bada boom. But let's just say I had the signal to go long here, right? And then all of a sudden, there's bullish news right here. Oh my God, Big Time just got a bunch of new users. They got a big partnership, whatever it is. And you get a big pump to the upside. You could say that that pump was based off the news or based off something in the game, something like that. But I'm just long off the technical signal. So yes, you can pay attention. You should pay attention to that kind of stuff. But for me, I am a technical trader. I talk about this constantly on the channel. Almost every single time I'm in a big position or a big winning position, people are like, oh my God, did you see Bitcoin's pumping? This news came out. And I'm like, oh, cool. I was long from 2 days ago. I was looking for this long from 2 days ago, way before I knew that news. So I look for the bullish signals, right? Take them off technical entry signals, right? And then whatever that news happens to be, it happens to be, right? We were looking for longs, there was really no news here, but like if we were looking for longs down here at 59K, if this pump was based off news, chances are it would happen after we saw that bullish signal anyway. So hopefully that answers your question. But yeah, you do want to pay attention to that stuff as well. I don't want to say like you should never pay attention to news. It is important. But for me, I'm a technical trader, and it is super funny. Every time we're in a trade, it's like, oh my God, it's funny. People will come in and be like, oh my God, Frankie, did you see that this happened? We're pumping. And it's like, hey, shout out to anybody in the live stream 3 days ago where we were looking for that bounce off this level. It really is crazy. It's like one of the reasons I'm so passionate about TA. It's like magic. It literally is like magic. Not to be confused with some kind of get-rich-quick scheme, right? It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat. Bro, he said, very soon we will have an entirely new payment processor for the premium Discord, and it will be able to accept over 15 different tokens for payment. This is a huge thing we get asked, guys, to get into the premium Discord. People say, do you accept crypto payments? We finally found a payment processor that accepts crypto, so that will be available very soon. Tony D is working on that as we speak. So shout out to Tony D. A lot of people are like, I want to get in, but I want to pay with crypto. That will be a possibility very soon. So shout out to Tony D. Thank you for working so hard on that. And shout out to anybody that wants to use crypto. I'm sure a lot of people might want to even like swap over to the crypto payment. But yeah, shout out to you guys. How does that work, right? Like, yeah, it's like if you pay with Bitcoin, right? Like just for easy math, let's say it's like 1 Bitcoin. It's not. Well, it's 1 Bitcoin a month to get into the premium. And then like Bitcoin skyrockets, you like kind of save money. I don't know. That's very interesting. But yeah, we get asked all the time, can you pay with crypto? And yeah, that will now be a thing. Shout out to everybody who's been asking for that. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Mark Dutch said 15. I accept way more than that. Shout out to Mark Dutch. Oh my God, this mug keeps his coffee so hot. This is like I don't know. Guys, we are living in the future. Let's see. Dot, yeah, we could take a look at Dot, and yeah, I'll take a look at the, let's see, we got Cardano, Beam. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at Beam. Shout out to Out of the Bin says, does Frankie Candles actually have a Lambo? Actually, I have 4 Lambos. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I do not have a Lambo. Soon. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's like kind of counterproductive to buy a Lambo, like, right before, hopefully, a bull run. So, yeah. Let's see. And I'll be honest, guys. I don't know. It's like I feel like a Lambo is like I feel like a Lambo is like the crypto trophy. But I'll be honest, guys. I feel like I don't know. I feel like Lambos are played out, to be quite honest with you. Like I don't know. I'm more I'm pretty big into cars, right? Or I used to be like really into cars. Now I have less time to like work on them and stuff, so I'm not as I used to do all my own work on my cars and stuff. I don't really do that much anymore. But I'm a car guy. I love cars. I've loved cars ever since I've grown up. And Lambos are amazing, and it's like the car. I love Lambos. But I'll be honest, McLarens are kind of winning my heart here. The 570S and the 720S, the 765, they're so sick. They look like spaceships, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like less people have McLarens. Like, I don't know. I have a weird thing. Like, I don't like getting things that a lot of other people have. And I'm not saying a lot of other people have Lambos, but, like, when it gets to that caliber of car, I feel like everyone, when they can get a car like that, they just get a Lambo. And I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I would rather get something less people have. And a lot of people have McLarens too, but I don't know. Yeah, like the GTRS. Yeah, the Porsches are sick. Yeah, the ZR1, the new Corvettes are sick too. Like I don't know. Right now, my favorite supercar right now is the 720S. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a 720S. My Lambo's 1/64th scale. Yo, shout out to Crypto Maxi. Grand Nationals are sick too. Yeah. My Lambo's made by Mattel. Oh, you guys are funny. Yeah, I am not a car maxi, guys. I just like anything that is loud, fast, and looks cool. Yeah. I don't know. I like muscle cars. I mean, the GTRs are another like crazy car I would love to have. But yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time I don't know. Buying that kind of stuff right now is just kind of counterintuitive, right? Like, put the down payment on. It's like whatever the down payment is. It's like you just put that in crypto and like make a ton of money on it, and then buy it when it's. I don't know. Right now, I am heavily invested. But yeah, I don't know. 720S maybe coming down the line. That would be sick. But yeah, I don't know. Huracans. If I were to get a Lambo, I'd want an SVJ, and they're like. I think they're like $700,000, $600,000, something like that. So I would have to get it. I would want to get an SVJ. I just feel like I don't know. Huracans are sick too. They're also very reliable for a supercar at least. As McLarens have a lot of problems. McLarens break all the time. Apparently, it's somewhat of a stigma. Apparently, they're not as bad as people say they are. Shout out to Dwayne Hooper. Shout out to you, bro. You balling, bro? Shout out to you. He said, do you put volume profiles on consolidations? Yes. Shout out to Dwayne. Easy question. Absolutely. And you don't have to use them that way, right? But for me, I like to find ranges. I pull my volume profile, but you don't have to use them like that. You can use them in many different ways. But for me, that's how I look for it, right? Like, that's how I find these ranges, right? You might say, oh my God, how does he find these, volume profiles, right? Get above the low, go to the POC, go to the high, right? Like, this is so nice. Imagine how lucrative it is to be able to predict this stuff, right? It's all pulled from previous volume profiles. But there's many ways to use volume profiles, right? Like, if I were, right, let's go ahead and hide this. I'll show you a little sauce here before we move on to Cardano and Beam. Another way I would use this is hey, I use this less. I use volume profiles less in this manner. But let's say if I turn my what do you call it? What is it called? Value area. Says it right there. To 100%, right? You can use this as just you're just analyzing the volume, right? Like, a lot of volume is transacted here. The most volume is transacted here. And these high volume nodes act as magnets and support and resistance levels for price, right? So if we continue down here, right? If I'm in a short, let's say I'm in a short here, bada boom, right? And I'm looking to take profit, right? Let's say I'm looking to take profit here. This high volume node might not be a bad place to take profit, right? Come down here, a little high, then down here might be the next place you want to take profit, right? So you could use it to find take profit levels. But for me, for the 99% of the time, I'm looking at it in terms of ranges, right? So for me, I'm taking those ranges, extrapolating the levels to the right. Very, very simply put. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Beam. Hopefully that answers your question, Dwayne. Hopefully I have a bunch of videos showing you how I use the volume profiles as well on the channel. Definitely check them out. Free sauce. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. McLaren chair. I think Frankie's got an Italian chair because it always breaks down. Yo, shout out to that would be funny if this was he's referring to the Lamborghini Secret Labs chairs. They make a Lamborghini edition Secret Labs chair. Yeah, this is definitely a McLaren chair. They break down. But those are my favorite supercars. I love cars. Here's the thing, Lambos are cool, but like I said, I don't know. I feel like I like McLarens. I feel like they're more unique. And then GTRs are all the supercars are scared of GTRs. GTRs are the goated supercar killers. So it's kind of GTRs are if you know, you know. So I don't know. But yeah, McLarens are just so sick. But yeah, like I said, like especially if you got a bunch of like, I don't know. In my opinion, like guys, like I think something that's not talked about a lot in crypto, and this is just my personal opinion, I think it's something that's not talked a lot about in crypto is like financial literacy, right? There's a lot of people that get into crypto and they get rich quick, right? They hit a meme coin, they make a couple $100,000, they make $1 million, whatever it is, right? They get into crypto, they make a lot of money really fast, and the first thing they do is go out and buy a bunch of liabilities, right? A lot of people don't have financial literacy, right? Or this is common. They don't teach it in school, right? So in my opinion, right, like not really the time to for, you know, especially like in the beginning of the run, right? Like we've had big runs on a lot of these altcoins. Like a lot of people are making money on Bitcoin, especially if you were buying down in the bear market when the weekly money flow is in the red. Shout out to the CandleMafia. You make a ton of money in crypto here. Like a lot of people are like, oh my God, I've never seen this money in my life. I want to buy a Lambo. I want to buy a huge house, or like whatever it is, right? And they buy a bunch of like, for me, I am more it's also like kind of my, I don't know, I'm interested in like, I just like business and like growing money and investing. Like this is why I do this. So for me, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I would have to, it's like, I just invest. I like grow it and then like at least wait for the bull market to be over. You can buy 3 Lambos. But yeah, I don't know. McLarens, I'm on McLaren YouTube right now. I like watch a couple videos and yeah, like McLarens are just so sick. There's actually a guy that lives near me that has a McLaren. But yeah, they're super cool. I don't know, even like Chevy is crushing the supercar market with the C8s. Those C8s are crazy, guys, especially the new ones, like the Zora that's coming out. I don't know. This is the crypto channel, guys. We're talking too much about cars. We should make a second car channel and then just talk about cars on there. Agreed, Frankie, 100%. Shout out to Ash. But yeah, I like all cars. You could pull up in a bubble Civic, a bubble Honda with a laptop in the passenger seat. If you know, you know. I think that's just as cool as a Lambo. If you have that's almost cooler, right? Like I saw a video of a guy in a minivan that was like he had like an LS swap and it had like over 1,000 horsepower and he was just smoking people in the street and a Dodge Caravan. That's cool. That's cool. I like cars for cars. I wouldn't get an exotic car or something to flex on people. I would get an exotic car because I think it's cool, right? Flexing is dumb. Flexing is stupid. But anyway, doesn't mean I wouldn't want to talk about it though. Let's see. Car giveaway today. We're giving away a McLaren, guys. We're giving away a McLaren. Yeah, I don't know. I was just talking to Tony D about this. I'd probably, I'd rather buy someone else a car. I don't know. But anyway, dream car is a GTR. Yeah, it's one of my dream cars too. Absolutely. GTRs are sick. Turbos, guys. Turbo time. Speaking of turbo, maybe we'll take a look at turbo. Guys, we're getting sidetracked. I know. Hey, we got some car people in the chat. I know we do. But anyway, let's continue on. All right, let's take a look at Sui. Took a look at Sui. No. Cardano, Beam. Let's continue on here, guys. This is a crypto channel. We're getting sidetracked. We're going to have to make a second channel just to talk about cars. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Beam. Bada boom. Let's take a look at the Bybit chart. Beam. I'll be honest, guys. Like a lot of this stuff is in this setup. I don't know. Like it's so hard to say. It is so hard to say. A lot of this stuff, guys. Like I wish I knew. I wish I had the link right now to our Bitcoin deep dive that we did when Bitcoin was in this situation. You have your upper ranges. Now, this is different than what we looked at on Bitcoin because the range we pulled on Bitcoin was from 2021. This range is from 2024, but structurally, price action is fractal. The structures work the same on every time frame. If price action gets auction market theory, you have balance, you have balance. Fair value, fair value. The price is always seeking fair value. If you get imbalance out of this range, price is going to most likely seek out previous areas of balance or previous value, which is sitting up here in this range. So very simply put, if we get imbalance here, price is likely going to seek out that previous range here. This is like how we do the TA, right? Part of it, right? Very small part of it. But I shouldn't say a big part of it, but you can't just base it off of this. But very often, this is what happens. I bring this up on the live streams all the time, not to be repetitive, not to beat the dead horse, not to say that I was right or I predicted it or anything like that, but you can go back and watch the videos, not to prove myself, but to prove the analysis works. You get up into the value area low, resistance until proven otherwise, get accepted into the range, you'll see that value area fill more often than not. And it's the same thing on Bitcoin. We were looking at this macro volume profile from the top of the bull run right here. What happens? You have your value area low. You have your range down here as well, right? So this will be your lower range. Right down here, you have a area of value, a little bing bong, right? You get imbalance. Where does price go? It seeks out the previous area of balance up here, resistance until proven otherwise, and we knew in that video, you break above this level. We even called it the doorway to higher prices. Guys, if we break out of this level, not price pumped, we're going up, right? That's how you get caught on the wrong side of the trade. We knew based off of that level, because of the technicals, you get into this value area, this is where price will say, hey, let's get accepted into this range. And then the area where the most volume was transacted, the POC will act as a magnet, sucking price up into the POC and the value area high. And not only was it confluent with that, but it was also confluent with the macro golden pocket. So when we called for 48 to 50K, we called for that based off the golden pocket, confluent with this value area, POC, right? And you can go do this analysis on anything you want. Gold, coffee, beans, whatever. Where is it? Shorts, right? This was literally in that video. I should review that video. Again, not to brag, guys. I never do this to because we've been wrong, right? I can go review a video where I was wrong and we can laugh about it, right? Totally fine. I'm not going to be right 100% of the time. I've been wrong before. I will be wrong again. Not might be, will be, right? No one can predict price 100% of the time. This is the reality of trading, right? It's not like flaunt your skills, right? But you hit your head, you break through. That's where you look for the move. Once you flip that value area low, where's the next likely place for price to go? Very simply put, you look for price to go to the POC. Where did it go? Right up to the POC, confident with that golden pocket. That's where the ETF got approved. That's where everyone gets bullish. We look for the retracement. Not getting bearish for zero, but looking for higher lows. And that's where I caught my long from 40K that I held all the way up to here. But then BingX closed it because of KYC restrictions, so they closed it automatically. Otherwise, I'd still hold that trade for the meme. I was up. I had like $2,000 in fees on that trade just because I held it for so long. But I did it for the content, and then it just only for it to get closed by the exchange. But that's how we do it, right? That's all based off that. That's how that works. And this is a very similar setup, right? And again, are we going to get the breakout here? I don't know. But what I can say is if we get broken out here and we get imbalance, price is going to seek that fair value. Once you flip this level here, at about 0.024357, that is your doorway to higher prices. You hold this as support. Where's the next likely place for price to go? The POC. Once you flip the POC, where's that next likely place for price to go? The value area high. You can do that, and this works the same way. This is just the higher time frame, so this takes a long time to play out. But if you go down to the 5-minute, right, just to spit a little educational sauce here on a Friday live stream for the Mafia, it's the same thing on any other time frame, whether you're looking at the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 2 minute, the 3 minute, whatever it is, price is going to seek fair value, right? So what can I say here? For example, right, this is a free tutorial, guys. A lot of people charge for this. I'll tell you that much. But you have a previous area of balance here, right? You're going to start to see where this makes sense. Here's your previous area of balance. Here's your current area of balance, right? And I'll even go into bar replay mode to play this out in real time. So what can we say about this analysis, right? Same kind of situation. Previous area of balance, big impulse to the downside, new area of balance or new fair value. We can say once we wind up getting a breakout here and we have imbalance, where is price going to gravitate to? It's going to seek the previous fair value. Simply put, that's your big magnet, and you now have context of the value area low, the POC, and the value area high. We're giving it all away here. This is resistance until proven otherwise. Once you get above here, and it's not always pretty. You don't always just go up, perfectly retest. But for the most part, you get above that value area low. You look for price to likely go to the POC. Once you get above the POC, the next place for price to go is the value area high. And again, sometimes you rip right through it, right? Sometimes you bing bong around a little bit, right? Sometimes you reject. But once you flip it, the laws of the volume profile oftentimes prevail. This is based off the markets are an auction, right? This is how the market moves, right? This is understanding how the market actually moves, not looking for a magical signal, not waiting for Twitter to say price is going to go up, simply based off of how the market actually moves. And then if we play this along, obviously this is hindsight, but we're doing it in foresight right now. What happens? Resistance, POC, and what happens? You wind up coming into that range. Actually, I don't think you made it up to the value area high. But this gives you context, right? And it's never going to play out perfectly, right? If it was that easy, right, that you're just going to respect everything perfectly, but you could see this is why these levels work. You get in, flip that value area low to support, next likely place for price to go, POC. Lose the POC, deviation, look to get back into the range, back to the POC, back to the high, back to the POC, back to the low, back to the POC. You bing bong around here, you lose the POC, and then what happens? You come back in, and these wind up getting respected. This POC continues to get respected, and it's not always beautiful. It's not going to play out perfectly every single time, but you could find these examples. It works exactly the same. Look at that. Price came back up, POC, POC, rejection. Value area low, rejection. Right, and this will continue to respect it, right? So yeah, I'm not gonna maybe we'll see if it comes back up. But very simply put, like that's how I look at the market personally. This is what has worked for me, and it's all about that. And it's never gonna work out absolutely perfectly every single time. And again, I pulled this kind of sloppily, but that's how it works. That's what we look for, and that is what we're looking at right now, but just on a higher time frame, right? It works on the lower time frames, just like it works on the higher time frames. So if you get the big impulse, look to flip that level, but this is going to take weeks, months, years maybe to get that full fill because this is the daily time frame, right? Same thing on Bitcoin, right? Just on like even here. How did we know, right? How did we know that once we got above this value area low, we were going to get a likely move to the POC? Well, it's just based off the volume profile, which was pulled from a previous area of balance from back here. So we know resistance until proven otherwise, resistance, 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 resistance. Finally, we break through, fill the range up to 69K. And again, the real trick is knowing where to pull these ranges from, exactly where to pull them from. And like I said, it's a little bit more of an art than a science for me personally, but there you go. Shout out to Wick589 said we like Sloppy Frankie. Shout out to Wick. Oh, God. Shout out to Wick. But yeah, there we go. Super Sauce, he's spitting. Shout out to Crypto Made. I thought that said Crypto Nomad. Shout out to you, bro. So there you go. Little educational sauce for the Mafia here. Shout out to Trade One. Thank you for that super chat, bro. He said, hey, Frankie, could you check waffles on Solana? Thank you. Shout out to Trade One. I'm not probably going to be able to find a trading view chart on that. So, is this it? Let me know if this is it. This is going to be hard. I assume this is a meme coin. Is it going to be hard? There's not a lot of price action to go off of, right? If I go to the daily, we have like no information here to go off of. Let me know if this is the chart. I'm not even really going to be able to give you much on here because of the lack of price action. And meme coins are sometimes wonky. Only certain meme coins really follow the technicals until they build the market cap up. But let me know. Let me know if that's the chart. I appreciate the super chat so much, bro. Let's see. Waffles is probably on Belgium. Shut up on Mark Dutch. But yeah, there you go, guys. Little sauce there. That's what I'm looking at on. That's what I'm looking at on big time as far as the market. Auction market theory on the higher time frames. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Travis said the 2025 Vet ZR1 is going to smoke whatever lines up against it. The Z06 dusted a Huracan and a Ferrari on Nas. Yeah, shout out to Travis. Yeah, but have you seen the Zora? It's even faster. I think it's 1,200 horsepower. I could be wrong on that. No electric assistance. I don't know what they're doing with it. But yeah, the ZR1 is going to be crazy, but then they're making one even faster. I think it's the designer of the Corvette's like last car that he's doing. And it's going to be the fastest production car ever made. I think the Demon holds that right now. But it will be the fastest production car ever. So that's going to be crazy. I don't know when it comes out, but the ZR1's crazy too. And they're already trying to beat it. Insane. But anyway, let's see. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, shout out to Trade One. Let me know if that's the chart. But really, I can't give much off this. I apologize. I wish I could help, but it's just not enough information here to give any like significant, helpful analysis. All right, let's take a look at ADA real quick, guys. And then we took a look at Beam. We took a look at Sui. We took a look at ADA. We'll take a look at ADA right now. Take a look at Coinbase chart. Let's see. Let me pull this up on the live stream chart. I think we have a better chart here on the live stream chart. Yeah, so for Cardano, personally, this is, I'm going to pull some new volume profiles here. But same thing here. Right? Get above the low, up to the high. deviate above the high, back to the low. Lose the low in a big way. Resistance, resistance, back up, fill the range to the high. Deviation, back to the low. Deviation. So locally, right, you would like to get back into this range, flip this value area low. I would look for a move up to 39 cents. However, I'm going to update this because we had some nice consolidation here so we can have some new context. Let me actually go ahead. I will, whoops. Let me folder this local range. Drag that to the top. And then I will actually keep this one. However, pull it like this. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. So let's see. So yeah, I mean, you do have some consolidation down here. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of this is like the next legitimate value area that I would look at. You could see value area low, resistance until proven otherwise. So yeah, I mean, you could probably pull, yeah, this is kind of a wonky range to be honest, but yeah, I don't really like this. Kind of pumpy and dumpy. But really, let's take a look at the higher time frames. Take a look at the 2-day. Your upper profile will probably be something like this. I'm just going to roughly pull this for time's sake. And yeah, this is similar to a lot of stuff. This is like your kind of bigger upper value area. You do definitely have this area to play around with. So if you get a move back up here, value area low at 43 cents, flip this. Could call for the move to 47.478. But really, this is the larger level here. Value area low sitting at 51 cents. Get above here, maybe you bing bong around, but once you break out of there, flip this value area low. That's where I look for the bigger move up on Cardano, up to the 65 cent level. POC sitting right here at about 62 cents. So these are kind of levels I would look at. 2-day money flow looking good here, crossing over into the green. This isn't a blood diamond, is it? No. Okay, so 2-day money flow crossover into the green. This is what I would look for. You know, you did get some kind of like a little exaggerated bull div here. Money flow crossover on the 2-day. If you get the continuation up, I'd look for a 43-cent Cardano. Flip that. Look for the 48-cent Cardano. Probably going to bing bong around here. Once you break out of that, this is your key level. 51 cents is the bigger doorway to higher prices. I'll even label it doorway 2, higher prices. And then this is kind of your mini doorway to higher prices. But that's kind of what I'd look at here. You know, locally, taking a look at the daily, money flow in the green. Take a look at the 4-hour. Probably looking, yeah, it looks kind of different than a lot of other stuff. But yeah, I'd be looking at, this is choppy. I wouldn't really be looking to trade this. But from like the higher time frame perspectives, like here's your 2021, your 2021 upper range. Let me pull up the Bitstamp chart here so we can get, no, that's all we got. So yeah, this is kind of your like upper range, but locally these are the profiles I would look at personally. 2-day money flow crossover into the green, would look for a continuation up. Those are your key levels. But other than that, this is super choppy. I would not be interested in trading this personally. Let's see. Oh, shout out to Trade One. Says Waffles. Okay, so I'll try I'll give this a stab, but it's kind of the same thing here. Not a whole lot to go off of. I will try my best here. Just understand this is a meme coin. I'm sorry. I assume this is a meme coin. Maybe it's not. Let me know. Yeah, I assume this is a meme coin. It's going to be very, very hard to call. A lot of times these meme coins will not respect the TA as well as you would like to. Got a lot of scam wicks here. Hard to pull the fibs. So yeah, but what I can do is look at Market Cipher for you. Daily money flow looking pretty good. I mean, you can see Market Cipher still works on the Market Cipher still working on. What is going on, everybody? What the heck? I just bumped into the stream deck there. Sorry, guys. The money flow does wind up working out pretty good here. Money flow crossover into the red on the daily. Money flow crossover on the daily did give you the continuation down. But money flow crossover into the green here, that doesn't look horrible. You got your, somewhat of a bull div to a wick here. I mean, this is a little suspicious, but meme coins will do that to you. But if this money flow continues into the green, I would look for a continuation. if I had to like pull some volume on this, you could look at this for a potential upper range, right? Pulling up your VPVR, just overall, you do have like once you break out of this level here, this high volume node, sitting at about this this shelf of volume here at about 0.01819. Get above this high volume node, break out here. That's kind of going to be your like bigger level to look at, in my opinion. 0.02178. That's kind of a big level, right? Pretty big fall off in volume. Price likes to stick to those high volume nodes and fly through those low volume gaps, as you can see. So that's kind of what I would look at as far as the volume profiles. Again, take this with, I don't want to say take it with a grain of salt, but just remember, the meme coins sometimes don't respect the TA that well. But, if I had to do TA on this, this is what I'd be looking at, right? Pull this overall range. Yeah, and, even if I were to hide that local range and pull the larger range, it's, something like this. You're playing with this macro value area low. Hold this this is your key level of support. Hold that value area low at 0.0125. You can look for the move up to the POC, and then the break of that POC is kind of your doorway to the bigger move up, which is, again, confluent with those other levels I just pulled, right? Like that high shelf of volume is sitting right up there near the POC, also near these structural highs. So I would probably be looking at this zone as your doorway to higher prices. But again, like this, meme coins go to zero all the time. I don't know if this is going to play out. I don't know what this does or like what the deal with this is fundamentally. But structurally and technically, if you can get a move, hold this value area low. That's your key level. Once you get back above it, hold that POC / high volume node as support. That's where you can look for a bigger move into this profile. And in the grand scheme of things, you're essentially just looking for price to continue into that value area high. But I don't know, right? Like meme coins are hard to call. This could have been the top forever. I don't know. But that's kind of what I would look for if I had to do TA on this. Shout out to Trade One. No problem, bro. Hopefully that helps you out. He says Jeremy is supporting that. I don't know who Jeremy is. That's the reason why I'm buying. Okay, I don't know who Jeremy is, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope it moons. But technically, that's what I would look for. Dot, shout out to DIY. Let's take a quick look at Dot. But yeah, Trade One. Hopefully that helps you out. That's what I'd be looking at technical wise. But just be careful if it's a meme coin. Because remember, like even with the meme coins, guys, a lot of times, I don't know who Jeremy is. But if they are in a, I don't know. Anytime anyone supports an altcoin or like tells people to buy an altcoin, it's usually very beneficial for that person. Not all the time, but most of the time, you have to understand, most meme coins go to zero. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. You can make tons of money with meme coins. Please, for the love of God, I buy them as well. But just be careful. They're very, very risky. And when you see someone pushing for a meme coin, a lot of times it can pump it and make a bunch of people rich. But, liquidity is an issue a lot of the times. And just be, maybe Jeremy's your friend and you trust him. But please, for the love of God, just be careful. But yeah, hopefully it goes to the moon. And no reason that it, not that it can't. I don't want to make it seem like it's not going to go to the moon. That, technical wise, that money flow crossover into the green looks good. But just be careful out there. Okay, so Polkadot. Actually, I'm going to pull Polkadot up on this chart. Okay, so here we are. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. You guys are funny, man. All right. So looking at Polkadot here, we've been looking at this for a while. Hasn't really done too much since we've looked at it, come to the bottom of this range on August 5th after the big dump. It's pretty low, guys. This is a pretty, this is pretty low. If we start breaking this value area low, I'd be pretty concerned for Polkadot. So, again, for me, I have bought a lot of Polkadot. I hold a lot of Polkadot. This would be, I have not bought any right here. I don't believe. But I will say, like, if I were looking to buy more Polkadot, this could be, not a bad place, in my opinion, for me to buy, not for you. If you lose that value area low, and we lose it good, that's probably not going to be a very good sign. I'd be very worried about Polkadot in that case. But this is kind of like that same Bitcoin range, right? Like, if we do wind up getting out of this range, right, you have this little area consolidation up here that you'll probably play around with, but that value area low at 1485 or 1438, is really that big level. So yeah, these key levels locally. Value area low is at your absolute pinnacle level of support, 391. Break above that or hold that as support. POC sitting at 436, and then your value area high is sitting right here at 552. All right, so this is the volume profile I would look at. Buying, looking to get up to the value area high, break out of here, probably going to come up into these areas, which, I'm not going to go into all the super, technical levels right this second, just because we will probably look at this 100 times before we wind up getting up to this value area high. But yeah, like nothing really too new here. Daily money flow crossover into the green, not looking too bad. 2-day, again, looking like a lot of the other altcoins are looking pretty good here on the 2-day, in my own humble opinion. So, yeah, like this would be accumulation for me on Polkadot if I were still buying it. So there you go. Hopefully we can get that move up. 2-day money flow not looking bad. Low time frame consolidation, probably likely, right? But hopefully we can get out of here at some point. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Tony Roa. Says, is DOT looking like a meme coin? Because it looks like, I don't know if I could say that on from a family-friendly channel, but, is it looking like gabbage? Not cabbage, guys. Gabbage. Shout out to Tony Roaz. Yeah, I mean, this and XRP are like the new meme coins here. Just absolute. I mean, I guess I should say stable coins. God, XRP is brutal here. This is like, do something. Poke it. Somebody poke it with a stick. But yeah, there we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so, bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so with all that being said, guys, that is Jeremy is the guy that bought Bitcoin at $1. I think I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Shout out to Crypto Boy, said Frankie Candles is getting it's getting hard to hold my bag of DOT. I'm not going to lie, but I'm sticking to the plan. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Poyo. Me too, bro. My XRP bag is getting brutal to hold as well. Bro, my XRP, I say this all the time. I am glad I stopped buying XRP at the time I did, because I reallocated that capital to other things that have now gone up. And again, it's not that I don't think XRP will ever go up or anything like that. Obviously, like my mega bullish targets for XRP, if we get the macro, huge bull run to happen once again, the 4-year cycle continues to play out, I'm looking at between, $5 to $14-ish for XRP in a bullish case. So not that I'm super bearish on it, but thank God, man. Like I was buying XRP. I stopped buying XRP a while ago, and thank God, because we've basically been going sideways since then. And my other bags have gone up, right? I've made money, I've moved capital around, and I've built up that money with money that would have just sat here and gone sideways. So again, not that I'm a bear on XRP, but I'm just glad I didn't waste my, I had all that time to build up that capital. I could just rebuy at the same price. It just would have been like a waste of like letting that capital sit there do nothing. Same thing on Polkadot. I'm holding a lot of Polkadot here too, bro. This is getting absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. So we'll see what happens. Weekly green dot printing here, though. So maybe we can get that to confirm. See that 10-hour money flow. Yeah, we'll see if we can get that push up. Hopefully we can. But we'll see. Anything can happen here. Anything can happen. Tyler Durden said, alt list. When giveaways, shout out to Tyler Durden, giveaways right now. So yeah, guys, we kind of ranted on that for a while, but now it's time to give away some crypto, and I think, don't quote me on this, Tyler Durden's the boss, give away some Frankie Candles hats here on the channel to the CandleMafia. So let's pull up that giveaway picker. Here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Let me grab that. There we go. To enter, thank you, Rob, for dropping that link. Let me go ahead and copy it. It's moving too fast. It's moving too fast. Everybody spam in chat. I missed it. Copy link. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. What was that video, by the way? That was the, I think it was a market update. Okay, here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Smash those likes. What are we at right now? Let's see. 483 likes, guys. We're almost at 550. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Let's go. Pump it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's run it here. Don't include replies, and let's run it. Let's run it, baby. Take a sip of that black coffee. I should not be drinking coffee here at 7:27 p.m. All right, guys. Let's see. Oh, my God. Chat is going nuts right now. Chat is going nuts. Let's get it. I want a membership, no cap. Shout out to Nirvana. Let's go. Lucho in the chat, here to rig the giveaways. Shout out to Lucho. Lucho, I think you're due for a giveaway, bro. All right. Let me see. All right, I'm going to start with the 10 Cardano giveaways, guys. And I think, Tyler Durden, let me know. Do we have hats this week? Let me know. But I'm going to start with the 10 Cardano bags. Here we go. 60 more likes. All right. Winner number 1. Love Frankie, long time. Shout out to Crypto B. Hey, yo, let's get it. This is our G-rated channel, but hey, I love you long time right back, brother. Shout out to Smile, said the hat is going to be hard to ship here. Oh, God, where are you at, bro? Where are you at? Goats for Dig. Shout out to Wick's wife. Okay, here we go. Winner number 1 for a bag of Cardano. Who's it going to be? Shout out to Patrick Leishman. Patrick Leishman says, shout out to Patrick Leishman. We're going to give you a bag of Cardano, bro. You've been here forever, bro. You deserve this. Shout out to you, bro. Bing bong. We're going to give you that Cardano. Hit that free Discord. You know what to do, bro. Go get that free Cardano. Let's get it. You got 7 days to claim. Winners have 7 days to claim. One more time. Winners, you have 7 days to claim your prize. Next winner. Who's it going to be? Beretta Boys, let's go. Shout out to the Beretta Boys. Let's go. He said, great video, Frankie. Thank you, Beretta Boys. I appreciate you. We're going to give you 1 bag of Cardano, but feel free to share it with your boys. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. 7 bing bongs. Let's see. Yeah, hit that free Discord, bro. Thank you for watching the content and smashing that like button. Winner number 3, Nerd Crypto, said another great video, Frankie. Shout out to Nerd Crypto. I appreciate you, bro. We got much more to come. Make sure you like and are subscribed to the channel, and you guys don't miss these market updates that we've been putting up. Shout out to Div X-Ray. What is going on, bro? He says, me. You the best. Shout out to Justin. What is going on, bro? You the best, bro. You the best. Share the money machine. Where's the Bing Bong Cannon? Where's the Bagel Blaster? I think it's oh, I see it. Maybe we'll break out the Bagel Blaster. But that's shout out to Nerd Crypto. Thank you for being here, bro. You are winner. I think you're winner number 3. Shout out to you, bro. Hit that free Discord. Thank you for liking the content. Here we go. Sky Crypto, winner number 4. Let's go. He says, bing bong, with a heart emoji. Let's get it. You're winner number 4. I appreciate you for being here, smashing that like button. You're getting a free bag of crypto for it. Hit that free Discord. You know what to do. Winner chicken dinner. Shout out to Div X, right? Here we go. Winner number 5. Who's it gonna be? We're gonna speed tour. We're gonna speed tour these giveaways. Shout out to Gaming Crypto. Said appreciate it, bro. Shout out to Gaming Crypto out there, gaming with crypto. Let's get it. You're getting a free bag of Cardano. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for watching the content and leaving a like on the video. We're sending you a free bag. Hit that free Discord. Winner number 6, Asher Dude. Yo, let's go. Shout out to Asher Dude. I think he's probably in here. Asher Dude's been here forever. We're sending you that free bag of Cardano, bro. Congratulations. You know what to do. I don't even got to tell you. Thank you for being here and being such a big part of the Mafia. We appreciate you, Asher Dude. Winner number 7, Cassim Crypto, said King Frankie. We need to get a crown up in here. We need to get a crown. Well, we got the Frankie Candles hat. That's the crown, baby. Shout out to Cassim Crypto. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you for watching the content. Hit that free Discord. Get that free crypto. And thank you for leaving a like on the content and watching the video. Hopefully you found value. Winner number 8. Wick 589, baby. Let's go. Wick, you deserve this, bro. One of the owest of G's, the owest G's. Hopefully you share it with Wick's wife, Fine89. He said, "What's your skincare routine?" My skincare routine is this. And then the key after you do that is you have to apply goat milk. Goat milk is really how you keep your skin like this. Shout out to Wick589, bro. I almost said smash that like button. You know what to do, bro. Go get that giveaway. You deserve it. And share it with Wick's wife, Fine89. Okay, we got 3 hats. Wick is 8. All right, we're on track, baby. Shout out to Tyler Durden, baby. Show Tyler some love in the chat. Tyler holds down these giveaways, guys. I'd be lost without Tyler. And show him some love in the chat, guys, because literally I would be lost. And it might boost you up in the giveaways. I'm just kidding, guys. It's not rigged. It's not rigged. Shout out to Tyler Durden. I'm not easy to round up here on the giveaways. I know that. Chicken milk is better. Shout out to Crypto Poil, guys. Actually, I don't know if you ever seen Crypto Poil, but his skin is definitely nicer than mine is. So maybe I should try out that chicken milk. But yeah, Phoebe helps me out with that. Div X-Ray said I'm the next winner. Well, are you going to be winner number 9? Div X-Ray, let's go. Shout out to Wick 589. You know what to do. Next winner, Div X-Ray. Oh, Slim Shady Crypto. Yo, Slim Shady wins a lot, I feel like. Lucho, are you in cahoots with Slim Shady Crypto? Said Frankie on the come up, baby. Shout out to Slim Shady Crypto. I hear it. I hear it playing Lose Yourself. On the come up, baby. Mom Spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface, calm and ready to drop bombs. Anyway, I'm not gonna sing the whole song here. Let's see. All right, winner. No, you're winner number 10. Shout out to. No, you're winner number 9. And guys, this is why Tyler Durden's the GOAT. Shout out to Slim Shady. Here we go. Winner number 10. Who's it gonna be? Jack Harris. Oh, come on, Div X-Ray. I was rooting for you, bro. I was rooting for you. He said amazing video, Frankie. I said Jack Harris. Jake Harris. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you so much. We're going to send you a piece of Cardano. We're going to send you a bag of Cardano. Thank you for smashing that like button. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, here we go, guys. We got 3 Frankie Candles hats to give away. Who's it going to go to? Spam the candles in the chat if you want a Frankie Candles hat. I can't promise you it's going to help you win, but I can root for you. I could cheer for you. It's all good. Great show today, as always. Shout out to Div X-Ray. I appreciate you, bro. We're rooting for you next time. Maybe you'll get a hat, bro. Maybe we can get you a hat. By the way, guys, if you do want a hat, you can check out FrankieCandles.com, FrankieCandlesTrading.com if you just want to buy a hat, if you want. Or you could just wait to try to get one for free. But we do have a ton of different colors. All right, here we go. Winner number 1. Who's it going to be? Come on, baby. Div X-Ray. Mike Jr. Okay, took me a second. He said sauce. Splash on him with the sauce. Shout out to Mike Jr., bro. Well, we're going to give you a saucy Frankie Candles hat, bro. Thank you for liking the content and being here and being a part of the Candle Mafia. We appreciate you more than you could probably imagine. So, yeah, hit that free Discord and claim your free hat. On display here. This is the Carhartt brown with the navy blue. With the authentic leather patches, guys. No pleather over here. We got the authentic leather patches. Winner number 2, who we got? GTA7009 says, stay blessed, Frankie. We blessed over here, bro. I appreciate you so much. Hope you are blessed as well. We're going to send you a free Frankie Candles hat, and we will bless it before we send it to you. We'll bless it with the candle gods. We do a whole ritual. We have the candles and everything. The Phoebe's there. She's like, she goes, into the hat. So, yeah. We're going to bless it for you to ever gift you with crypto gains. And the last hat is going to go to, who's going to be? Feelin' Whitney. Isn't that a Post Malone song? Shout out to Feelin' Whitney. Said Frankie with the sauce. Well, shout out to Feelin' Whitney. Maybe that's Post Malone. Is Posty watching the show? Let's go. Shout out to Feelin' Whitney. We're going to send you that Frankie Candles hat. Shout out to Div X-Ray. I tried, bro. I tried to root for you, brother. I tried to root for you. But we'll try again next week. But, guys, shout out to Feelin' Whitney. And with all that being said, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin, guys. We'll see if we get the bigger pullback. We'll see if we can, we'll see what happens. Maybe we get the bigger pullback, but just remember, we do have that liquidity sitting above that may want to get taken. Weekends sometimes get some weird stuff to happen, but remember, I will be keeping those shorts as scalps until proven otherwise. We'll let that winner run. But with all that being said, shout out to K Diggity, shout out to Crypto Maxi, shout out to Feelin' Whitney in the chat. Congrats, bro. Hit that free Discord to get your hat, bro. Shout out to Oculus, shout out to Div X-Ray. I think I already said that. Shout out to Gene Lee. We got John Lopez, David Soshina. I think that's how you say that. Gen Z Nirvana, everybody in the chat. Shout out Theo Rodriguez. Shout out to the Candle Mafia, guys. Drop the mod some love in the chat. I appreciate every single one of you guys for hanging out with us here all the way to the end on a Friday night. Says a lot about the good people we have here in the Candle Mafia. I'll see you guys on Monday. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got. Frank Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get a bell. Where the f is it? They should have had that too. Fish on for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, thought they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. up, whose man's high? Through it all, I stay the same. I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right. I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life. I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose, and I'm coming right inside. I'm in mine, yeah.
Shout out to Wick589. Said chat was fire. Well, thank you for the super chat, bro. Says chat was fire. TA was fire. Hit that subscribe button. Candles for life, baby. Shout out to Wick589. I appreciate you, bro. I'm going to go drink the rest of this black coffee and then not sleep later tonight. I'll see you guys on Monday. Hasta pasta. Fred Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
Hashtag not a cult. Shout out to Gen Z. I agree. Hashtag not a cult. Right? Right? Oh. Bing bong.